This is Alex with Evershade Gaming. I'm here with
Charles,
Andre Wheats,
and today we're going to be talking about the 2.02 hotfix changes. It's a pretty hotly debated event here on the forums.
heated.
Someone even said spicy.
Just here in this kitchen, it is a matter of great contention.
I thought one of the biggest places I saw a blow up was on like the Buckeye battles. Like, who posted the Buckeye battles? Somebody posted the Buckeye battles about like
It was
the Highborn Elf nerf or something like that.
It might have been Frankie. I don't know.
I know Frankie was commenting on it, but it was somebody else.
Shout out to Frankie because we know you're listening.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie.
okay. Jeff brought it up first, and then I just like
Of course, he's got the
the
photographic
2.0. The 2.0 was 2.202 was up, and then I was like, well, let's lay it down.
Well,
And then Frankie jumped on board too.
we're gonna be laying it down in this podcast.
Dear God,
So
we're
the way
laying
this
it
is
down.
going to work is we'll probably have the timestamps in the description.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking about first the rule book and all the changes in the rule book specifically, and then we're going to go army by army and talk about the changes made in each army book. One thing to note is that the full change log is available in the back of the rule book and in the back of each army book as well to tell you what all the individual changes were. We're not going to go over all of them, just the most significant ones, because a lot of them were pretty minute. Especially in the rule book, a lot of the changes were rewordings or simplifications of the rules, but not changing the way they work. And in the army books themselves, it's mostly just point costs. And since we don't play all the armies, we don't really know what the influence of a lot of these point changes are.
We're not going to comment on every single point change and say whether or not it was good or bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, what the meta is going to become, because that's a whole different.
Now that raiding chariots are 5 points cheaper, every list. But yeah, so we're going to start off with the rulebook itself. Alright, so we're going to start off with the rulebook here. So, like we said, a lot of the rules changes were just rewordings and not actually changing the rules. So first of all, we're going to start off with maximized and minimized rolls. So in order to codify instances of rules like cold-blooded, swift stride, etc., that use 3d6 and drop the highest or lowest, now they just use the term maximized or minimized. So you get stuff like there's going to be no more interactions between those kinds of abilities where you're going to be wondering like, oh, do I actually roll 4d6 and drop the 2 lowest?
Yeah, how does that work with the Cosmo spell?
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't even?
Right. It's like you get a maximized roll if you already had a maximized.
Oh, so maximized roll now is like 3d6 drop the lowest.
Exactly.
That stinks. Now I couldn't pull off that crazy charge.
Good.
And I still haven't had the opportunity to use that great meme you made though.
Really?
We'll put it in this video.
I thought that was. I thought that was a specific exception. So I guess that's why I'm missing things. Oh well.
Yeah.
Alright. So we got maximized and minimized rolls. Then we've got init defense and other non-suit of armor or shield types of armor are now just integrated right into your profile.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it looks.
It looked weird everywhere in EOS. The only thing that had an armor save was the steam tank.
Actually, in a lot of the books right now, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say a lot, but the ones I've seen, people are bringing up where there are typos in a lot of the entries. Where I guess even the guys writing the books didn't understand it fully.
Yeah. I don't really think it was necessary to change, but whatever. I mean, they just wanted to codify it, I guess.
And I see where it comes from, and once you understand it, once you've done it a few times,
because it was all like innate defense things.
Right.
It was not any armors are going to be added on top of that.
Like if you have innate defense 5 up and heavy armor, you'll be armor 2. You'll be armor 2.
Yes.
And you'll have heavy armor.
Yeah.
To give you a 3 up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a bag of ass to me. I wish I had.
Well, no, I'll agree. It looked so weird in the
It looks weird at first,
but
if they don't change it back, I'm sure we'll get used to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is the changes are always easy to get used to. They just take a little bit of time to look at. Right.
It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Next, we've got minimum and maximum values added for agility, attack, and armor. So this is after modification. So after all of your multiplying, your adding, your spells, and your frost phoenixes. We've got agility and attack values can't be modified to be lower than 1. And every other characteristic cannot be lower than 0. So you can't have -1 strength.
So hypothetically, if you have
perception of strength
-1 and Ice Shard Phoenix in combat with some skinks.
Yes, they'll be strength 0.
Oh, too strong. Mark it up.
Those skinks that were wounding on 5s are now wounding on 6s. Great job. Yeah. All right. Armor can't be can't be higher than 6. Obviously.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Agility can't be higher than 10. So, sorry. I don't even know what the
Scourge. The Scourge is 10, I want to say.
Yeah. Can you get Sylvan Elf Prince or Lord with like paired hand weapons and
paired weapons isn't good.
And like the potion.
The potion.
The potion, though.
Yeah.
Oh, so
make him go faster than a Scourge.
No, there's nothing bad.
Flash Paradox, just like plaster over a Forest Prince.
Chasm was removed as a terrain type. Pour one out.
Oh.
I'm not gonna miss it.
Pour one out into the chasm.
The chasm.
I didn't like it. I honestly didn't really like it. I
loved it.
I thought it was.
I was looking forward to it.
I thought it was okay. I mean, the chasm was impossible terrain that you can see over.
It was impassable terrain you can see over.
Yeah, I feel like the point of impassable terrain is to be obscuring.
In some cases, but then again, a hill is just impassable terrain you can move over.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever seen the original King Arthur with Keira Knightley, Clive Owen, and like the lake breaks through and the Vikings can't get across?
Did you say the original King Arthur?
Yeah, like the original 2000s King Arthur. I should have prefaced it.
It's not even been 10 minutes and we're already derailing. Whoa.
I mean
that's half the fun.
I mean that was okay. Also, how are you gonna unless you have your 2D terrain, how are you gonna model that on the field?
Everyone should just get 2D terrain.
That's
true.
That's the answer.
Everyone
just get a hammer.
Terrain.
Even though
just put a hole in your board.
I'm the only person. Just get a hammer. Oh, well, looks like it's going to be right here on the board. Yeah. So not only do you have to ask your opponents to cut your flex card deck, you have to ask them if it's okay to allow a hole in the table.
Alright, so this is where the impasse. Oh, wait, it looks like it was supposed to be 3 more inches to the right.
Don't worry. I was prepared for the tournament. I brought my hole saw. Alright. So then we've got in Spoils of War, you can only claim 1 marker at a time with the unit.
Oh, that was devastating.
You know what? I don't think that is ever going to be played at tournaments, honestly.
Spoils of War?
Yeah, that was the old Gold Diggers, right? Or is that the new Gold Diggers? I just call it Gold Diggers.
Gold Diggers.
Spoils of the War sounds more like authentic, but Gold Diggers was a hilarious name.
Gold Diggers should be a special rule for minors.
Yes, actually, that would be really good.
Minors can take paired weapons.
Played by Kanye West.
But we're going to talk about that in the Dwarven.
Yeah.
So with your 18-inch wide unit, you can't pick up 2 markers at once.
Yeah. I don't think you'll ever. I don't think that because that scenario you still need to have 3 ranks to pick up a thing, right?
You need to have 3 ranks to march.
That's the biggest thing is you can flee now with it from what I was reading.
Yeah, you just drop it.
No,
I thought you held it still.
No,
if you
flee, you drop it.
So wait. No, you don't need 3 ranks to pick up a marker? I thought you needed 3 ranks to pick up one of the markers.
No, you just need 3 ranks to be able to march.
Oh, so anything that's a scoring you can pick up a marker.
Yes. They just wouldn't be able to march.
I could have sworn during the playtesting phase you needed to have 3 ranks.
It probably was like that.
Okay.
You realized that was too much.
Yeah, okay. So then you could probably see that tournament. I mean, we've only been to 1 so far.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is an interesting scenario. It's way different than the other ones.
I agree. I actually really like it because it's so different.
Yeah.
If you're fleeing, you lose scoring, right?
Yes.
So that's the reason why. Okay, that makes sense.
Or when you're fleeing, you're not a scoring unit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And the unit that loses scoring loses its markers.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So spell restrictions have been removed on Magic Adepts and Masters. So now, if you want, you can take spells 1 and 4 with an Adept and spells 1 and 6 with a Master.
So wait, they removed the spell restrictions?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Master can pick any spells in the war?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So you can take, for example, Touch of the Heart, and then what's the 1 spell?
Yes.
Alter
Sight.
You can take 1 and 6.
Ooh.
Where before, you would have had to choose between the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Let's see. Decimated tests have been removed. So you're not punished for trying to keep your points.
Yeah, I thought that was a terrible rule.
I agree.
I don't know why they were like, all right, things rally, and then they're decimated.
How dare you rally?
Yeah, like
you should have bled off the board.
I thought that was just like a punishing effect.
It was.
Well, and they were using it on like War Machines too. If they wasn't it like one of the War Machine results? It was like I think through the 2 through 3 or with a 3 through 4 and a lot of War Machine tables where it's like you can't shoot for a turn.
Yeah.
They were just putting that effect on them because with that decimate effect, it's like you can't shoot or something like that too. And you were like -1, or you're easier to hit, but then you could. It was weird. It's like they just were like throwing it on War Machines.
Maybe.
But I'm glad to hear it's gone.
Yeah. So Shaken has been changed completely. Now it no longer includes the +1 and -1 to hit.
That's good.
And it's basically just used to apply to situations where, like where you fail a charge, you can't move, you can't shoot, you can't hit it.
And so that's what I was talking about Shaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was talking about Shaken. Okay.
I was wondering because so now Shaken is just basically used to describe the situation where you can't really act.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's a turn basically.
And they move that +1 and -1 to hit. Fear.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped about that. But
actually, just skip right to that.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
skip right to that.
that's coming up. That's coming up.
You can drop
But
a spicy bomb like that and get me hype.
Like, did the black
I'm
plate
dropping
get
these
even
little
better
hints.
for Empire of
I'm
Sonnstahl?
dropping these little hints. Charging a fleeing unit makes you shake it.
Charging a fleeing unit makes you shaken?
Yes. So, because you failed the charge. Like, unless you, like, even actually,
Yeah, it
after
doesn't.
you catch
Oh,
up
making a
with,
failed charge against the
No, sorry. Charging a fleeing unit, even if you run into it, makes you shake it.
Really?
Yeah, because it should.
You're not reveling in the glorious slaughter?
Well, it's just it's a stats for the unit. Like,
Oh, yeah, because I guess, like,
Yeah, it just
to make it
means
so that you can't move in the movement phase, stuff like that.
Can't declare charges, pursuit, overrun,
Because you're not
advance move,
technically in combat or anything like that when you catch a unit.
that's true.
march move.
Can you still take the discipline test to reform after?
Yes.
No, it says reform. It can combat reform and post combat reform. It says
Right.
it cannot perform.
No, wait. It
A
cannot
shaken
perform.
model cannot perform any of the following actions.
Yes.
Reform, and then parentheses, combat reform, post combat reform. So I guess you could not.
No, it's saying you can perform combat and post-combat reforms.
Oh, it can. I see what you're saying.
So do you do a combat reform in the combat phase, or do you
You do a post-combat reform immediately after catching.
After
Okay,
catching the unit,
okay,
yeah.
so that's just like, okay. It's like that'd be so weird. It's like, all right, I'm gonna wait 3 phases later to reform this unit.
No.
Okay.
It works exactly the same as you used to.
Okay.
It's just now there's a status so that you can easily identify all of the rules restrictions you have
Mhm.
for either failing or making the charge.
Yep. Okay.
So it's all in one place.
Good job, Shaken.
Exactly. Not enough power was removed for the magic phase. So if you roll a 1 or a 2 on a single die, you no longer automatically fail. Though the situations where this comes up are very small.
Ugh.
Drew was very upset about this earlier.
Oh, I learned this just like 20 minutes ago. This
As a Highborn Elf.
Yeah, as a Highborn Elf player, that's cheeky and just more salt in the wound.
I feel that there are not really that many multipliers to cast anymore.
There's not.
Like, I mean, like, especially since they took the Book of Arcane Power and restricted it to basically adepts or apprentices and adepts or whatever.
Like, yes.
Little spoiler. So, like, yeah, they really, like, I mean, with Cosmology, yeah, you're kept at a +2. So...
Yeah, but I mean, you could take a Lore Master, like a Mark of the Carrying Tower,
yeah.
and you could take the +1 to cast on him because he's not theoretically a
That's right.
Wizard Master.
That's good, actually.
So they have +1
And
to
plus
cast.
Yeah,
So you have +1 to cast at
Yeah.
all times. So then, but if you roll that 2, then you auto fail. You don't get. You roll a 1, you auto fail.
Well, you just failed to cast a spell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas if you roll the 2 and then you had that +1 and like I don't know, Throne's -1, it would go off if you roll the 2. I'm just saying
Sure,
it's got
okay, yeah.
niche.
So
It has
fair
niche
enough.
and it has niche
Well, no,
applications.
Yes, what we're saying.
Well, for Throne, you would still need a...
You need a 3.
Oh, you need a 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's small circumstances where yes.
Yeah, and then like the Waken the Beast spell is a 4+.
No, that was a 5-0.
Out of 300,000
So that would be
people in this
useless.
crowd, one person got their toe stepped on.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's specifically Highborn Elves and Story Nations.
And really, that's appropriate.
It's not.
I'm not going to comment on that.
It just makes me more
let's
salty.
see. Fizzle doesn't work when a single dice is used. Don't get your dice back.
It's the same.
Yeah, that was the same. Yeah.
They just took it off of the. They took it and put it in a different place.
Yeah.
Where it said that.
Which is fine. Yeah, it makes sense.
And the
That way,
shooting phase-
it makes it harder to just dispel bound spells.
Yay. Hopeless shots have been reworked now to take away the possibility of hitting on 8s and 9s.
What are we going to do without that?
I know. Our units of 50 goblins are going to have a hard time shooting.
Man, my 20 goblins shot at these elves in a ruin, and I moved them at long range.
They were suffering.
And they have hard target from divination.
Yep.
It's skirmish.
But now I can't do 5 wounds when I roll a bunch of lucky 6s, so what the heck?
Alright. Engineer got increased to 6 inches.
That's nice.
Yeah.
A little bit easier to kind of move that guy around.
It's a shout out to Old Man, his dwarves.
Cool.
I mean, I've got an artificer.
You do have
We're
artificer.
gonna play with
Yeah.
it, I think.
Fear now includes the +1 to -1 hit that was removed from Shaken. So fail your fear test at -1 discipline. Now you are +1 to being hit, and those fear causers have +1 to hit you. So now that vampire with the Reaper's Harvest thing now hits you on 2s.
So wait, you are +1 to hit,
For failing your fear check.
and then the fear unit gets +1 to hit too?
Yes.
Wow. So they basically get a +2 out of it.
Essentially.
Hashtag
That's
vampires too strong.
Really good.
It's really good.
Dude, oh man. The black plate just got even better.
Is it still -1 leader too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's, I mean, because that's even better than it was before. Because at the best, if you failed your fear test, you went to what?
Let's go off.
Offensive and defensive 1.
Yeah.
So if it was like a normal troop, I think because you're still only hitting on 3s at that
You're
point.
usually hitting on...
Maybe if you're like a really elite, you might hit on 2s.
You'll only need to go up to skill 5.
If you had lightning reflexes.
Okay, so yeah, I guess elite units were hitting on 2s. Yeah. But most things that cost fear aren't like elite units. It's like monsters and stuff like that, or like that, or 3s or
A
4s.
vampire.
Yeah, besides like vampire, that's the only thing that I can think of that's like really high weapon offense.
I didn't realize until I was talking to Mike Smith, they took fear off the Ogre Khan.
Interesting.
I know.
Good.
Yeah, good. Because my Minotaur can't have it. How can he?
Your Minotaur doesn't have fear either?
They've never had
It's
fear.
not scary, dude. It's a Minotaur.
I mean, it's pretty lame. when you
Who's
think
afraid of
about
a
it.
4-armed Minotaur with a fucking mouth coming out of his
Why does he have 4 arms?
I mouthed it for
Is he a mute? Is he?
right before they existed.
No.
Alright. Let's see. Frenzy is reworked now, so that instead of applying discipline modifiers to the host unit, you now take a maximized roll for your leadership. So,
Oh, so for like the different tests, you get maximize and minimize rolls?
maximize specifically.
Well, because for before Frenzy had like -2 discipline for some tests and +2 discipline for some tests.
I believe it only does the maximized ones. It might just take normal tests. Let me check that really quick.
Okay, that's interesting though. That's actually better then.
Yeah.
Because
In
like
some-
the
as long as you're not
-2
a really low leadership.
True. Because the -2 leadership was actually pretty rough for some units. For like if you wanted like to like
Well, for
redirect
most-
a charge or something like that.
Most of them weren't very good discipline to be in.
Yeah.
Let's see. So,
Oh, it's really convoluted.
when you take a frenzy or discipline test to restrain from pursuing, it is subject to a maximized roll. Doesn't change anything else.
Actually, maximize roll is bad for leadership, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take the highest.
You take
Yeah,
the 2
take
highest,
Yeah, for discipline.
and it's at advance rate +7. But
Well, that's what it was for.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's what it still is.
And in case you're wondering where the Fearless went on your Rat Ogres or your other things, Fearless is now baked in Frenzy.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And the other big change to Frenzy is that you have to use the highest movement rate available, because Fly is an optional rule,
Okay, yeah.
but now you have to use your Fly value if it's higher than your normal movement value for charging. Because you had that situation with a Frenzy Flyer, and you're like, oh, I really don't want to accidentally charge you, and like, I'll position myself.
Yeah.
So I'll choose not to use my flying. I fail the charge. Not out of position.
Yeah, not in position. So wait,
It's
so
specifically only fly though. So like if you're on a horse though in a unit, you still use the lowest one.
Yeah.
it would just
can't
be a
walk.
horse though.
No, I'm just saying like if you had a horse attached to like a unit of like infantry.
Sure.
Yes. The first bullet point says when measuring if a unit must take a frenzy test, use the lowest available advance rate among the unit's models. And then the second bullet point was what you mentioned with the fly.
Yeah. But there's like that.
Yeah, so it's a really rare circumstances in which you use the lowest one.
We're talking about changes.
So so wait, are the other discipline tests gone though? 'Cause that's a big change to Frenzy, actually.
No.
Are they still there?
There's nothing here about any other discipline tests.
Wow. Or have I just not looked at discipline since the playtesting?
Maybe that.
That's pretty much what it is, probably.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect your discipline otherwise.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just for the overrunning.
Basically.
You take and maximize.
Pursuing.
Pursuing overrunning is maximize.
I don't think it's with overrun because you don't have to overrun if you want to. You can just stay. You don't have to roll. Okay. Because it's not a pursuit.
Okay, interesting.
It's just pursuit.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Right. Just kill.
So people shouldn't complain about friends anymore. Then.
No, they really shouldn't. Like, there's no real huge hindrance.
No. And most all friends thinks that battle focus is amazing rules. So.
Let's see. Magic resistance now works for bounce spells. Woo.
Okay. So wait. Mm-hmm. So what is it like if you cast like an 8 bounce spell? Is it like a 7 now or something like that?
There we go. Burn spells and bounce spells that target at least one enemy unit. Yes. So to dispel a bound spell that was cast on your unit with magic resistance, the casting roll is lowered.
Okay.
So now, like, if it was a 4, now it's a 3.
Yeah.
Because you have magic resistance.
Okay. Sure.
Pathmaster's removed, and in many cases just replaced with duplicate rules for those unit entries, just because there weren't enough.
I mean, yeah, it was really the only thing I could think of that had it was a Cold Lord, but there's some couple of demon things that have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Supernal now provides magical attacks. Good for you, Great Green Idol.
Oh man, that thing's still not ready to see the light of day.
All war machines now have Mover Fire, so it doesn't have to be baked into their weapon or anything, or into the model profile itself.
Yeah. No, let it.
Fireproof is removed and replaced with Aegis 2+ flying attacks. Great.
Yeah.
Otherworldly has been removed because it really didn't do anything.
Well, that just got rolled into like Supernal now, right?
No, now a unit that was Otherworldly just has Aegis 5 up and unstable.
Oh, okay.
Looks like Skirmishers got changed. Small rewarding considering the way they get cover, and then they have normal line of sight again, so they don't get that crazy 360 thing.
That's actually came up in one of my games in Siege.
Yeah.
I pulled up a unit of 10 archers. In the first scenario when we had to, keep one unit in reserve and ambush them on later. They came on turn 2, like good little boys, and they put one more wound on a salamander or something, and they killed it. It was probably the best thing they did all tournament.
You might not ever see those salamanders again.
They get the nerf bomb?
We'll talk about
the nerf bad. They're just like,
take out.
How dare you show up?
Old yellers.
They are really good, or they were.
BSBs can
Eat your
now
heart out cold.
always take 2 banner enchantments. There's no restriction on it. So if you want to take like the Alchemist's Shield and have an armor save for 15 points, then take 2 cheap banners, no problem.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't 2.0, right?
No, you could take 2 banners, but only if you took no other special equipment.
Okay, so now you can. Okay, that's good.
Now you can take special equipment and banners.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, which is fine.
It's not going to make a huge difference in a lot of cases, I feel.
I mean, how many? Could you take 2 Legion standards, or is it capped up? I don't know. I think you can take 2 Legion standards.
You can take 2, but you can't have the same instance of 1 banner on 1 unit.
I think the Legion banner it says you can get another +2 or something. We'll get to it when we get there because there's some magic item changes.
Yeah. The Aether icon now stacks with 1 instance of Magic Res. So if you have Magic Res 1, now you have 2 with the Aether icon.
That's actually really good.
That's might be worth taking.
That's actually useful taking now.
The Rending banner reduced in cost from 70 to 45, and works for 1 whole single combat.
I was a little bit sad about that. I was a sad boy when I read that.
I think because you can take 3 of them, it's fine.
I mean, it's not bad per se. It's not great though either.
But I think it's better for some units.
Sure. I mean, it's cool that you can take on Aquinas now. I'll say that.
It's better for grinding units, and worse for I hit you once in the game and it wins it for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a unit of skeletons would love the Rending banner because they're just going to be in the battle the whole game.
Yeah.
Binding Scroll is now 0-2, so you take 2 of them. but you can only use 1 per phase.
Did they really make it 0 to 2? That's interesting. I think the Binding Scroll is really good.
It is really good.
You guys
Underrated.
I'm not sleeping on it. It's not
really? You guys like? I always put in a list. You're like, what are you doing with that Binding Scroll?
We were only saying you didn't have the Crystal Ball on your list.
Yeah. I think the Crystal Ball might be like a more meta choice. Not that the Binding Scroll.
I don't know. I played so many games recently where I'm like, man, if I had a Binding Scroll that phase, that would have been excellent.
But the Crystal Ball always works.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Crystal Ball would just evens you out against a Wizard Master.
Or makes a Wizard Novice worse.
True.
Or makes that combination with your magic.
Well,
Res.
if there's 2 wizards though, there's still 1 wizard that's going to be casting better. So really, I guess like you can pick the one that has the worst spell for you. You can like, get a +1 against
exactly.
Which is it's definitely a good item. Yeah.
I mean, combining it with magic rest is really nice, and it's when you start stacking modifiers.
Yeah.
The Book of Arcane Power is reduced from 70 to 45, but cannot be taken by masters.
Yeah, it's a big change.
I think now with that change and with a couple others, especially with regarding spell selection,
Yeah.
I think now is when we're going to start seeing the 2 adepts again.
Yeah, less masters. Yeah.
Because it used to be in just 2.0, it was all masters. I felt.
No, there were some multiple. I played against multiple casters. You were running multiple casters.
That's neat.
But it worked well for you.
Yeah.
But masters were, I think they were the hot nest,
Yes.
but I think you saw some.
Maybe so. But now I feel like it's going to be adepts every game.
It could be. It very could be. Especially depending on your army. I think it's probably going to be army to army. Because some armies, it's like some armies it's more beneficial.
You're not going to see change demons without the Weaver. Like
well, because you're not going to see 2 ogre wizards, probably. That's probably too expensive.
maybe not. But yeah.
You know?
I mean, for elf wizards, so it's gonna be expensive for elves.
Yeah.
All kinds, same thing.
Well, you could still see the master granting tower.
A lot of people were running like a mage and a master.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's just expensive.
It is.
So-
That's probably that super expensive.
Opportunity cost, baby.
The Crown of the Wizard King is down from 80 to 60.
I actually kind of like that.
I love it.
Because it's one of my favorite items.
That honestly, that's the real winner of this entire change.
There's a build that's going around for UD right now where you take the Architect to give your guys the regen, and you give that guy the Talisman of the Void for the channel, and the Crown of the Wizard King, and now he's a wizard.
Can he be your Hierophant?
No.
Because he's got a heavy evocation.
No. Hierophant is a special rule that a wizard has to buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big feuding point.
So wait, if the Hierophant dies though, can the Necro he can't even kill the next dude?
But he's a wizard.
But he's not.
You're a wizard, Hierophant. I mean, all right.
Okay, fair enough. That is cool though. You can
It's a cool build. The Crystal Ball is no longer redraw your flex card. It is now a +1 to dispel against a single wizard on your enemy's army list.
Is it dominant?
For 50 points now.
Wow, that's really good. I can't believe it's not even dominant.
I know. It's real good.
Yeah, spice.
Obsidian
spicy.
Rock got reduced from 60 to 50.
Good.
Great.
It was, yeah.
I didn't feel like you saw it anywhere.
No, I mean, because magic resistance got such a huge nerf.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for all the point costs for all magic.
So wait, so if you had Obsidian Rock, you can stack with an Aether Icon now, right?
Yes.
Is there
That's not bad.
No. Sorry.
Is it
No.
one? It's one
You
instance.
get 1 instance of magic res, not 2. Yeah.
It
Like,
says
like one stack. I mean, like one with 1 pip of magic res.
yeah.
Stacks with it. Not you have magic res 2, and now it increases it by 1. It's 1 and 1 is the way it works.
That's so specific.
Yes, because they don't want to give people -3.
It's capped at 2, basically.
Basically, everything's
Okay.
capped at 2.
Okay. Because that would have been kind of cool, actually. I feel like you could.
-3
I know.
What are you, a Cyclops?
Well, no, seriously though. I mean, like, if they had a big, well, I guess they would just encourage Death Stars.
Exactly.
So
We don't want that.
Can't do that.
All right. Now we're going to talk about Paths of Magic. All right. So in Paths of Magic, in Cosmology, Touch the Heart, which was previously the 2 spell, is now the 6, and Truth of Time took its place. It's now the 2.
The big change to magic was all in Cosmo, people.
Yeah, I mean that's the real change. It's the real bread and butter.
That was
only 2
and no, stop. I'm gonna take over for a quick second because this is a tragedy on a national and international level. Ice and Fire has been nerfed hard, folks.
Good.
It went down to a 7-up, which is very generous.
You're set.
But the ice version is only reroll armor saves. Reroll successful armor saves.
Reroll successful armor saves. No, useless that is against Knights of all kind.
Good.
And warriors.
Warriors.
The whole warriors book with 3 of armor saves.
Imperial Guard.
It'll be real good against the variant list.
The variant list?
The Askander Barbarian list.
The fake Viking list.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Eye roll. Extreme.
That's going to show up at tournaments.
They're
going to be the new Dogs of War.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Mostly they got halfway hot pots.
Yeah, it's coming. All right.
I'm sad about Cosmo. I think it's still a great lore, but I'm sad about Ice and Fire.
And Touch of the Heart no longer ignores special saves, and casting value is reduced to 7.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of 7s in Cosmology.
Yeah, I mean, which is not bad with the attribute. Or the,
Or a certain hourglass.
Oh,
all right.
Sacred Hourglass is so good.
Evocation. The attribute was changed so that you only get 1 extra Veil token per phase at maximum, which is...
This is a triumph, though, for all people.
Does it make up for Cosmology?
National and internationally.
Although, I mean, if I had Army that could play Evocation, I would be like,
play.
it's horseshit!
Let's see. In Evo, Hasten the Hours Empowered version is being reduced in casting value.
I honestly can't believe that. That's like so good.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it's already an amazing spell.
Yeah,
like, it literally almost killed my characters one game.
In Occultism, Pentagram of Pain now has a non-aura base cast, so you don't have to kill your own guys with a base value spell. And the casting value was changed to 5 and 6.
Yeah, it is good.
Marked for Doom in Occultism has been decreased to an 8-up, but it can only select characters and champions within 12 inches, which is good.
Yeah.
No character sniper. And then in Thaumaturgy, Cleansing Fire is now the 4 spell, swapped with Hand of Heaven, which is now the 1. Not really sure what that changes.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, it might matter for certain armies that get it for free. I don't know.
So Hand of Heaven changed with Cleansing Fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, folks.
Because you can still take it on... Yeah, especially with the change to Masters, where Masters can take 1 and 6 now. Because before, you had to choose between 1 and 6 if you're going to swap. So I guess with the Master Thaumaturgy, maybe they couldn't have had Trial of Faith and the Cleansing Fire.
I don't know.
But, yeah, that's a minor. I mean, the Breath spell is a really... Cleansing Fire is a great spell. Yep. But, I mean, it's minor.
Right. And,
or maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll get just destroyed at a tournament. It won't be.
We will be. Yeah. This Saturday, me and Max will just going to get blown off.
Just Cleansing Fire at every turn.
Cleansing Fire at every turn. All right. So next we're going to be talking about each army book. And obviously, we don't play every army, so some of these changes we're probably not going to talk about as much as others.
I like to think I'm a master of every army, and I know everything about every single army.
Perfect then.
Yeah.
Glad we have you for this.
That's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. Like I just know everything about every army.
Savant. So first, we're going to talk about Beast Herds.
Let me tell you about Beast Herds.
I don't know anybody who plays Beast Herds. So Primal Instinct tests now have to be taken with Frenzy modifiers. So you have to take your maximized rolls, things like that. Let's see. Or they removed the interaction with Frenzy, because before it specified that it ignored the discipline changes for Frenzy, and now that there aren't ones for things other than Pursuant rolls.
Okay.
And Charging rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gargoyles got Skirmisher back.
Woo! It's quite good. It's kind of weird they were light troops.
Yep. Obscuring Fog now only works when you're using the shield, whereas before you could have had a great weapon, or I guess you couldn't have a halberd. But you could have been using a great weapon and still get the bonus for using Obscuring Fog while not having to worry about the agility modifier, because obviously you have a great weapon. Which sucks, honestly, because I don't see anyone taking that shield. Or it's not even,
is that the shield that your opponent suffers a -1 agility or something like that?
It's your opponent suffers -1 agility and you don't get the bonus for charging.
Oh, and you don't?
Yes.
Yeah,
your entire unit doesn't get the whole bonus for charging.
Yeah, I don't really...
It's completely useless.
Yeah. I mean, only thing it does is it takes away their bonus for charging. Basically, it just makes you both strike at the same initiative if you're the same initiative.
Exactly.
Or agility. So, yeah, against agility 3 things, you're just both striking at the same time. And then again, I mean, there's not really that many agility 3 things in the game, I feel like.
But the thing was, the only time people were taking this is when you take a great weapon and you'd be on a chariot, so you'd be separate from another unit, so they wouldn't have to suffer the reduction in agility.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you can still do that, it's just now you can't use the great weapon, which sucks. Alright, and then there's a bunch of small points cost changes. The ones I noticed most were the Minotaur Warlord went up by 20 points.
He's good. He is good.
Gargoyles got 10 points cheaper.
They're too good, yeah.
And Cyclops also got 10 points cheaper, which is just ignoring the problem with Cyclops.
The problem being that they need to go back to the Storm Magic version.
Basically, what you need to do with the Cyclops is make it like 700 points, but it's 3 models. So you get 3 shots. You get a unit of 3 monsters.
I almost kind of like that. That's almost like bizarre, but it could work.
A team of stone throwers.
I mean, if you made the stone throwers like weaker and like maybe only like
weaker than strength 3.
Well, I'm thinking not like catapult 4 or something like that. Like a smaller catapult.
Actually, that was one of the proposals they put forth for the Shopti archers. Was make them area attack 2.
I think that could be good, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Because I just don't think the Great Aspen Bow has enough shots.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And
it's cool, too. It's a cool idea.
And we'll talk about it, but they actually got nerfed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because like they were worse in 1.3 when it was like they had the minus the strength on them.
Yeah.
And they took that away 2.0.
Thankfully.
And then they nerfed them again? We'll get there. We'll get there, folks.
We'll get them. In Dwarven Hordes. I almost said Dwarven Hordes again. So in the Dwarven Hordes army book.
Dwarven Hordes. There's so many dwarves. Oh.
I'm waiting for the Dwarven Hordes variant list. In Dwarven Hordes, we have the Runic Standard of Shielding can only be taken on the BSB, Deep Watch, and Kingsguard. So
I don't think that's not gonna bother them. You still pretty much take one of those units anyway.
Mm-hmm. The Forge Warden's new shooting weapon. Their points did not change whatsoever.
God, this thing is terrible.
I brought this up before the podcast, and there were some wild reactions.
I mean, because I just played against a unit of 20 that I thought was terrifying.
Yeah, I thought the Forge Warden's unit of 20 with the Vanguard banner, amazing.
Very scary combination. Really, also makes dwarves like something that's up in your face turn 1 and like is really hard to deal with.
It's not something you expect from dwarves.
No,
right up in your face like that.
Yeah,
unless
right
you're
up in
playing
your
like
face,
the throne list,
like bothering you. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a really cool addition to the army.
I think they took the Swift Stride away from the throne though.
Really?
Yeah, the throne got nerfed in 2.0 or something like that.
That sucks.
I might be talking on my butt, but
we don't play the army. But so anyway, the Forge Warden's new shooting weapon, still 18 inches, still 1 shot, but now it's strength 3, AP 0, no quick to fire, but it's okay, everybody, because it always hits on a 2.
Although the no quick to fire, well, I guess they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't march in for 3 inches.
Right. They're not like troops.
I mean, it's like the hitting on 2 is really good. We're talking about the Forge Warden's weapon. Mm-hmm. The hitting on the 2-up is like good, but
it's good for like
3 is
flushing dudes out of cover. But it's strength 3 AP 0.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna shoot that at Mongol Raiders.
The only thing it's good against is like elves.
You're gonna shoot at elves.
Oh no, it's like every other.
But it doesn't have volley fire, so it can't see over anything.
Yeah, so yeah, you just hide your elves. Yeah, hide your elves behind.
Hide your elves behind elves.
Oh, well, no. But then if he can see, you can still hit you on a 2 of it.
No, because it's only the models that can see can fire, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So they don't have volley fire. So I think this thing needs volley fire, and then maybe it's okay. But even then, it needs.
But then it's just like a bow that hits on a 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going with this. I love the strength 5 AP 2.
I thought that was a really good weapon. Yeah. Like, I thought it was a unique unit. I don't even feel like you were seeing that many of them.
You really did.
I feel like Jeff Durham was one of the few.
Oh my god.
That ran it.
And he ran it to great effect.
And I thought it was great. I feel like I haven't seen it. I'm trying to think. Did we even see it at like Buckeye or anything like that?
I didn't, at least.
There might have been one list that had some.
Why would you run it in more than like 2 ranks of models though? Like volley fire shouldn't even matter because you're only gonna run like what 14 models probably or something.
You're supposed to run 20, just 10 more.
I mean, you can, I guess.
That's what Jeff did.
Oh no. The riding 20 is not bad.
I mean,
obviously it's a long unit, but like.
No, yeah, I just don't.
Dwarves are a pretty compact army, though.
Yeah, I don't see the issue with it not having body fire. It still hits on a 2+, like you said, Chuck. So even if something's in the way,
I just don't know. I don't know what they're doing with this weapon right now.
I know. They're a small model. They can't see it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
I don't like it.
It's like a bow, baby.
At least with no points decrease.
Yeah, maybe they got a small points decrease or something like that per model and starting.
If they got super cheap and then move them out of the Clan's Thunder, but I don't know why they do that. It's
as long as this makes Birdie weep from the forms, I don't care. It's fine.
The Rune of Dragon's Breath is now 0 to 3, so you have 3 breath weapons in a dwarf army. In addition to your Runes of Lightning.
In addition to your Runes of Lightning, that is insanely cool.
You're gonna see your
Runes of Lightning
disappearing.
Because the Rune of Lightning is whenever you get a hit.
OP.
If you hit, it activates, right?
Yes.
So you just got to hit, and if you have 3 Runes of Lightning, it's like 3d3 strength 4 hits, AP 1 hits.
It's so cool.
Too strong.
I love it.
Nerf.
That is
Nerf. Too strong.
So good.
We're not talking about the Rune of Lightning.
Yeah.
We're talking about miners with paired weapons.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was looking at. Oh, I think I was looking at the update that somebody from like the rules team put out about all the hot fixes. And somebody was saying like there were no good choices in miners or something like that. Or not there were no good choices, they didn't really like any of them.
Miners with pistols.
But even miners with pistols is just, I think they're just too slow.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's their agility base?
2.
2. So then with paired weapons, they're still 2, but they have offensive weapon skill of
like 5.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's fine. It's whatever.
I almost feel it's almost kind of weird that miners aren't restricted to great weapons. Like they classically were.
Yeah.
Not that they should have to, but
to me, I picture a miner. I picture a guy with a great weapon.
He's got a pickaxe.
He's got 2 pickaxes.
No.
That's true. You can have 2 small pickaxes.
2 small pickaxes or 1 big one. Dude. That's it.
That's your choice.
Or a shield with a pickaxe. A shield with a pickaxe painted on it and a pickaxe.
All right, moving into Deamon Legions. In the Deamon Legions book, the Claude Caress upgrade for a Harbinger. I think that's what they go, right?
Yeah, so that's the
hero
small
character,
level. Yeah.
It now affects the bear's unit, so now they all get armor piercing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
The Weaver of Change got a rules addendum basically to make up for the lack of power, or not enough power. The rule for the magic phase. So now, when it fails on 1s and 2s when you're cast with a single dice, however, they have an aspect that lets them re-roll their 1s and 2s when casting with Thaumaturgy anyway. So it's
pretty good.
Yeah. So,
I mean, but there's not that many spells they can cast on 1 dice with Thaumaturgy, right?
Well, they have a natural +2 to cast.
So, yeah, there's still only like 2 spells that they can easily cast.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So good.
Sky Serpent.
Pretty OP.
This one's huge, actually. I think you're going to see
The
these
Sky
guys
Serpent?
in change lists. You're going to see
Is
Sky
that the
Serpents.
chariot or the mount?
The units.
Oh, okay, yes, those things. Yeah.
Sky Serpent's got an extra wound. They're 3 wounds now. And they have strength 4 on their shooting attack.
One hit per model or whatever?
SP3.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Let me check real quick.
Strength 4, armor pen 0. Yeah, you're right. D3, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's spice.
It's really good.
Is that spice, Drew? I think that's spice.
Honestly, if I'm playing demons, these are like the new Fire Phoenixes. These things are
how many points per models are they?
280 for 3.
It's not bad.
85 for every additional one.
It's not bad at all.
You can take 6 in a unit and you get 3 units of them.
Tough 4 with the
Ooh. Dude, can you imagine just a full 18 in a list? Just the new flying
Royal Air Force.
Blue Angels.
You just name Blue Angels, one the Royal Air Force, and name one after something.
You just put little planes like a stick.
That would be amazing.
ETC.
They've come from the future.
It's coming out of the sun.
2019.
And then finally, the Aether Wand gives charge attempts on both spells as well as casts.
So basically, there's like buff change.
Buff change.
Buff
a little bit
change.
Get
and
Mike
it was increased to 50 points.
Yeah. I mean, did Pestilence and Wrath really need any buffs? They're already pretty good, right?
Mike Smith.
Pestilence, maybe.
Mike Smith is literally jumping up and down in his chair. This is the greatest. Oh boy.
That changed Demon's List was pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It's only gotten better.
So Dread Elves only got a couple of changes, mostly points related, and then in addition a lot of rewordings just to go with how a lot of special rules have changed.
Yeah, just simplify.
But looks like the Banner of Guarded Coast changed a little bit in that it can only be taken by non-core units, and then it got reworded just to say that all friendly units in the same combat gain Death Trance, just to simplify it, make it obvious what it does. The Transcendence special equipment upgrade can be allowed on a hand weapon, halberd, lance, and paired weapons. Great.
Yeah, more options, nice.
And then Assassins ignore Cult Rivalry for purposes of joining units.
Which is probably the nicest change of the three.
Yeah, it encourages you to take cults and encourages you to take assassins.
Yeah.
Even though assassins are nutso, you just don't see them very much. Because it's hard to fit in a non-necessary character.
Well, I don't know. I actually don't even know if 2.0 list search. I mean, he was pretty popular for like 1.3.
He was
popular in Neil's list at 1.3.
Yeah.
No, I think he was becoming the more popular character. By the time I kind of moved away from Dread Elves, I think people moved away from the Dread Prince dude, and it was just using the assassin because the assassin was just better with the cloak.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
I think you'll see this guy a lot.
But I think you'll see more if you can take cults and just be able to still put on more armor.
Yeah.
So. All right.
I'm not gonna talk. You do you, baby.
Empire of Sonnstahl changes, everybody. It's delicious. Honestly, everything was great. So they made the Light of the Sonnstahl 10 points cheaper. Not a huge change. Just a couple small little combinations you can make now. They moved the I can't even think of it, Caprinson's Courtier or whatever. The thing that let you reroll your charges. It's now an artifact. I almost kind of liked it better as a barding.
But no one else in the entire game liked the fact that it was a barding enchantment.
Really? People were that's why they moved it, because people were like,
who gets a barding enchantment? Nobody.
Why can't Empire have one?
That doesn't follow the rules. It's just kind of a unique special thing. That's
I think it was that crazy.
I'm gonna have a helmet enchantment on my high elf.
There aren't helmets though.
Exactly.
But there are barding, but barding isn't armor.
Right.
There's not barding.
It's not a huge.
There's not protection.
Well, not anymore. Yeah.
That's true, actually. I'll give you that. That is
because there's no more barding.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll concede your point. So yeah, I mean that's a small change. It's not the worst. I think you're just gonna see it less because we have a lot of good artifacts otherwise, and there are a lot of good artifacts. Especially for combat characters, I don't really think there's that many good artifacts in the rulebook anymore. But whatever. They changed the Cav big time. So they gave us great weapons back, which is wonderful. They allow you to take a unit of Knightly Orders without even having a Knight Commander. That's great. And then they just took away all the equipment options. So honestly, if you want, you could run a really cheap scoring unit. Base 160 is cheap.
Yeah, it's real cheap for 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a musician, but even then, you can still just, march them. If it's breakthrough, just go to the other side of the board,
It's 160 points.
Or 160 points.
I don't want to have to divert it.
And you still got a 2 of armor save.
Yeah, you have to divert something to take.
They can't do anything in combat, but I mean, they can't really do much in combat anyway.
They can get into combat by charging, having a flank, and dealing a wound.
Yeah,
that's enough.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
They're not going to take any damage.
So yeah, the electro cabinet changes are awesome. Just more options is fantastic. And the only 2 other big changes I can think of is the steam tank went up 20 points, but now you can pump it up, so you can go 5d3 movement, but you can't shoot cannon, which is perfect if you want to charge.
The only changes you didn't talk about.
Wait, I'm still going.
I thought you
said only 2 of the changes. Imperial Rocketeers dropped 15 points, which was amazing. I can't believe it's 165 points for a War Machine now.
Holy cow, are you kidding me? 165. Those were already good.
I know, that's the weird thing. It was like they were already good.
Take the thick gun.
They were already good. I don't really know the changes. And the only other change I can think of is the Arcane Engine got cheaper. A couple mount changes for characters. Arcane Engine is only 190 points for a wizard now, which is actually like a big discount now.
So now you can finally take my idea.
Now I actually think it could be
money.
worth it. Well, especially with the new change to enchantments too, because before you couldn't really give any armor save to your wizard. But now he can take light armor.
He's gonna get a 1-up armor save wizard toting around on the cart.
I don't think you can get a 1-up, but you could get a 2-up.
Ghostly Guard, baby.
But you can't get a 1-up.
I have no idea. Light armor and it'd be a 2-up.
Yeah, I mean a 2-up on like an Arcane Engine is not bad.
Great for wizard.
So that is pretty cool. Yeah. Did I miss anything else?
The Death Warrant received magical attacks.
Yeah, that's
Light Infantry got an agility buff.
because they were agility too. I didn't even notice they were agility too.
The last thing, parent and support rules got extended to 8 inches.
Oh, how did I miss that? That's huge, actually. Or
Yeah.
I don't know if it's huge because they didn't change the order range.
It means it will come up once instead of never now.
Because I don't know. Because I'm happy they extended it because I kept thinking that like 6 inches was just too close. Like, if your parent unit's only 6 inches in front of like your support unit, people are just gonna go into the support units. Like, that's not that much farther to go. It's a helicopter coming over. A chai helicopter, as they call them over in Michigan. That's a Chai Hammer reference. He calls his ambulances chai ambulances.
No.
No, he does do that though.
No, he does.
Maybe not.
My sweet Odin.
And then, in addition, state militia are treated as insignificant by parent units.
Yeah, that's a minor change.
I
honestly I'm really worried militia are going to disappear from lists.
They fade away.
Yeah. I don't even like them as a bunker, really.
At least your army doesn't fade away from the system.
True. True. It's a little dramatic for Highborn Elves.
That's exactly as dramatic as Highborn Elves.
But that's perfect for Dryborn. Yeah,
Dryborn Elves.
Dryborn Elves.
Driest Elves. Desert Elves.
So I feel like that's EOS is great. Everything is great. I'm not sure. I think the order change will be okay. I wish the orders were 8 inches, and I wish that I just wish those matched up because they matched up before where it was like 6 inches. Although I guess now if you got your dude at the front of the unit. Here's the thing. I don't know, because those ranges they're mismatching now.
Alright. That's EOS.
But not if you take the household standard, I guess.
Oh, too good.
So that's EOS. Alright. Now we're talking about Highborn Elves.
Pretty much what everybody came here to talk about.
I know.
Oh, finally, my time to shine.
Guide us through, Drew.
Yeah, so tell me, what changed?
Empire of Sonnstahl. Oh my lord, okay. Well, we'll start with...
Nothing major, right?
Nothing major.
Book's still good, right?
Exactly. We'll start with the Hereditary spell, because why not? It went to 11+, as you probably are all aware. It went from generating 2 Veil tokens to 1, so good on you guys for calling that out. It also is now applied to before special saves. So if you have a regen up, or if you have a ward save on one of your troops, you have to remove the wounds and then take your special saves. What else do we have? We also have Master Spell Crafting is one of 3 army books that has retained not enough power, as we alluded to earlier in the main rule book, which is a small little nerf there no one noticed.
Which is right, which is good. Which is very good.
I'm going through all the minuses right now. Then I'll go through some of the minor buffs. Highborn of the Flame has gone down a couple 10 points. No, yeah, 20 points actually. Excuse me, I think. And it lost divine attacks though, which is the biggest.
That's nice. He went down 20 points though.
Oh yeah, divine attacks is only worth 20 points.
Now you got to take blessed descriptions like everybody else.
Yep, it's a true statement. Sliver of the Blazing Dawn is up to 100 points now from its old prior cost.
I believe it was only 65 points before.
Yeah, it was. The 100 points is a little
pure, right? It was pure.
8 attack, strength 5,
AP 5 or 4.
Big, lots of AP, much AP.
It was only 5 if you got charged, and it was 4 if you doing the charging, whatever. It's a moot point.
But then the problem was too is you had the Rhyma banner with that guy in a unit.
Now it doesn't affect him anyway. Now it only does.
It doesn't affect.
It only does. Oh yeah, I've got those changes up, baby.
Sorry, that's good.
So yeah, you can't get a 1-up 4-up anymore with Silver the Blazing Dawn. So you're gonna see that in a lot of lists. Not the Book of Melodies got a needless 10 points increase just cause whatever. So,
yeah, I feel like that wasn't being taken that much.
No, not a lot.
No, the book has seen a lot. It's like Alex was talking about with like 10 points doesn't matter because your allotment's 100 points on the 10 points is just whatever.
Yeah, that's one elf somewhere.
Now, yeah, Amethyst Crystal's up to 75 points because that item was seen a lot.
I thought it was one of the strongest items.
Oh, it's too good. Everyone's favorite, second favorite banner, the Navigator's banner, is now 0-1 on Army. So, hello to Lion Guard Death Stars.
That's true.
Banner of Becalming is now not allowed on core units. So, goodbye Banner. You're not going to see that anymore unless maybe someone's going to be cheeky, try to run it on some Queensguard or something. War Banner of Rhyma as...
I didn't think Queensguard took a banner. They could take... Oh, I guess they could take one.
Yeah, and then your Queensguard unit's going to be like through the roof expensive. But
sure.
It's an option. I guess.
It's an option.
I guess. War Banner of Rhyma, as Alex alluded to earlier, rank and file models only in the unit, and they gain Devastating Charge plus 1 Strength and AP. So pretty much how it was all in 1.3, only now it only specifically affects rank and file models, not characters.
Yep.
Because it was really strong on characters, though.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Especially with the Spear guy. Like, that guy charging in with, like, Strength 6, AP 5, that guy was a murderer.
Yeah, and then with the Divine Attacks on top of it, he was pretty good. I didn't... whatever. We're just going to the changes. What else? We're looking also at... the Fleet Master, he went down some points. I believe he went down to 10 points or 20 points. To like 30 for an upgrade. Same thing with the White Lion. Lion Guard Honor went down like 10, 20 points. Again, kind of superfluous changes. Seaguard went down a single point. So that's what we needed right there. The changes.
They're going to be in every list?
Every list, because you still only get a unit of 20 spears and 10 archers for the same cost as...
I mean, I do think it's pretty cool how they have that charge reaction thing now, though. That is pretty cool, right?
It's not...
You will never get Drew to admit Seaguard are cool.
I mean, that's a cool rule.
It is.
They get to, like, shoot if something charges a unit.
It would be cool if, like... It's a unique mechanic, and I like the unique mechanic of it.
Yeah.
It's just, at the end of the day, like you guys were saying, it's strength 3 shots. It's like those Forge Warden guns. It's strength 3 shots. You're getting a small volume of them. Now, if like they were the same cost as archers, and now I'm getting like blot out the sun 300 style, just raining arrows, and yeah, you probably see them, but they're just expensive, so whatever. What else? Oh, Sword Masters went down a point because that was really arbitrary. Of all things, they need to go down a point.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's neither here or there. I mean, I guess it's kind of good, but it's whatever. Rear Chariots also down 10 points, so it's pretty spicy. Like, those were seen to him a lot, actually. Sky Sloop's up 20 points because we needed to make the internal balance more competitive, but it doesn't change anything.
Both lures are trash.
Honestly, you're right, Charlie.
So we need to make sloops
more expensive.
More trash. You need to make them trashy too. So that you're both like, you're looking at trash, you're looking at trashy, and you're like, I guess I'll take one trash, one trash.
Exactly. One sloop, one bolt through.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean 20 more points is kind of random.
It just, what it does is it invalidates double sloop bolt thrower.
Oh, was that actually a build?
In Poland it was.
Damn.
Well, but if it was
those
a Poland,
300 Highborn Elf players,
if it was in Poland though, that's basically the meta you should follow.
If you're not following Polish meta, then closely following that by German meta, then closely following Italian meta, then closely following Russian meta, then US meta, then you're not really following.
Then you're really not a meta crafter.
I have a webcam set up in a Polish game store and just watching them play Ninth Age all day long. Like
he just
taking down the stats.
He's outside.
The worst part too is like there'd be such a big time gap, so you'd have to like watch at the worst hours.
I'm up at 3 a.m. watching a dude roll dice.
He's outside of Furion's house. So Furion, what's your next move with your Highborn Elves?
Alright.
All right. Sorry. Phoenix went up to just 420 flat cost for the Fire Phoenix or the Frost Phoenix. So.
So with your Fire Phoenix, you can 420 blaze it.
Yo!
The intent change.
This is hilarious.
I never even saw that. Actually, like some guy that
That's the thing. The special rule is called Blaze It.
No way. The Fire Phoenix thing, that'd be amazing. No. It's called blaze it.
So we've got Gold Diggers on Miners. And we've got Blaze It on the Fire Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to just take Phoenixes now for the hell of it.
Oh man.
Oh my god. So
is
good.
the Frost Phoenix 422?
Yeah, they're both 420.
Get frosty.
Yeah, so those are the changes.
I like the Frost Phoenix though.
I like the Frost
I think
Phoenix
it's
also.
still a great model.
It's got a ward save.
An Aegis save. Yeah.
Aegis.
I don't really want to talk about how bad this book is because
This is not the time nor the place for
We're just telling you guys the changes and giving you a quick one. How do you feel about it?
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff, 3 words. Very bad. Horrible.
BBH. You gotta hear it.
Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty, so next we're talking about ID. Not a whole lot of changes here.
We took a laughing break. If you're going to tell from the comment.
Great weapon cost got reduced on Infernal Warriors and Disciples of Lugar.
That's interesting. How far did it drop?
It was apparently called in the log. It's called a cost correction, so it makes it sound like it was like grossly overcosted.
Yeah, too expensive, and they drop a go. I actually think Disciples of Lugar look pretty strong now with like the.
I think they're no longer a trap choice.
What do you mean a trap choice?
Like they used to be, like a long time ago, they were in every list. Then
oh yes, yeah.
In like the 1.3 transition, they got nerfed so hard no one ever took them.
Nobody took them, yeah. But they look strong.
Why would you take them over Infernal?
The Kadim
Incarnates.
Yeah, Kadims were like the 1.3 choice. But yeah, they look.
Now I think they look a lot more attractive.
Yeah.
Then the Icon of the Inferno. Have you guys heard of this? I just found out about this today.
Yeah.
You get a free pyro attribute. Blaze is actually what it's called.
Yeah, blaze.
You get to blaze it.
So you can blaze it.
Whenever you cast a spell within 12 inches. And now it's just restricted in that you can't take it in forward.
Oh, is that a banner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a banner.
That's awesome.
That is pretty good.
Okay.
So wait, if you're running alchemy, you basically run alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if you run pyro, do you get it too?
Yes.
Okay, so real talk. What the whole point of this banner is when you do a team tournament together, Highborn Elves and ID, you have wizards within 12 inches.
They took doubles into account.
And you can cast a spell in your Fire Phoenix's flybys. You have a true 420 blaze it list.
That's amazing.
That sounds BBH to me. Alright. Tarek. The little horse boys.
Yes.
They not the big Torque.
The Torque boys, not the Torque men.
Exactly. They have devastating charge +1 armor.
Interesting. That's a unique rule.
That's interesting. The Torque character now has 150 points of magic item allotment to bring him in line with the other ID characters.
Dope. Now he's just getting tricked out.
And the Bullhorn of I don't know how to pronounce this. The Bullhorn of Nezbekesh, which gives you +1 AP to your War Machine's weapons. The range was increased to 12 inches.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it? Yeah. That's pretty mild.
Easy day.
Yeah. Good for you, ID.
Where's Mooch to high five?
Really didn't need that much working.
Okay, we boys.
So KOE have the longest amount of bull points, right?
Yes, they do. At least on my notes. Anyway.
Yeah, they have
first of all, the Oriflamme. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Oriflamme.
The Oriflamme, which causes fear, and the unit you charge can't use Rally Around the Flag for the BSB reroll.
Is that a...
It's a banner.
Oh, that's a really good banner.
It can't be taken by core units.
Okay, that's fair. Get out your grails.
The Green Knight now shows up at the start of the movement phase and can move but cannot march. And she has to show up next to your damsel, obviously.
Can he charge?
No,
it's in the movement phase, not the charge phase.
Oh, yes, sorry.
They did it to nerf him because everyone was kind of complaining about how he could show up next to the damsel, march in front of a unit, and block. He was like unstoppable chaff, which
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Kind of breaks game concepts a little bit. The Fortress of Faith shield got kind of nerfed into oblivion. I don't think you're ever going to see this again. And it was weird the way it interacted before because it was hard to tell when it worked a little bit. But now they clarified that and then also just made it worse, I feel. So it used to give you defensive skill 8, and it meant that all models in base contact with you had to attack you. Now it gives you parry instead of any additional defensive skill. And it has to be used with a non-enchanted hand weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It kind of sucks.
It's brutally bad.
But people still have to attack you?
People still have to attack you if you're not in a challenge. But if you refuse a duel for any reason, you can't use it. You just don't get the effect of the shield.
God.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Those are... everything about this is bad.
I don't know why you'd ever
VBH. VBH.
Alright, that's a VBH.
That's pretty rough, honestly. Like, yeah, that's double nerfs.
Yeah, it's bad. The Blessing got buffed, though. Now it works against all strength 5.
Finally, yeah.
Yep.
Just strength 5?
Yep. If you're strength 5, beat the Blessing.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what your AP is.
But it doesn't matter about AP anymore?
So take cavalry picks.
There you go. Good reason to take cavalry picks, US.
Pegasus Knights got their skirmish option back. Great.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Aspirants now reroll charges and are frenzied only when they're engaged, just to change the wording on the rule with the way frenzy works now.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So that they don't have to use reroll all the time, basically. Grail Knights remove the option to take weapon enchantments on champion.
That's a shame. I mean, gosh, how many are those in Lucky
I
Game?
believe it was just KOE and Highborn Elves.
Yeah.
Do the Vampire Knights not have it?
I believe so.
They might.
Maybe.
We'd have to check.
The only other army that I could see having is the Vampire Knights.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because what has it in the Highborn Elves? Can all the special units have a champion take something?
No, Dragon Prince. Excuse me. The Knights of Rima and
Phoenix Guard or something?
It might have been all special. Honestly, it's been a while since I've looked.
See, the character mount Pegasus flight value got brought in line with the unit, so now he can fly as fast as they can.
Yeah, that was weird when they were separate.
It was a long time coming.
It's a finally that change has been there since 0.9 when I was on the ABC.
And then the Crusader Salvation armor enchantment that gives you rerolls to your armor saves.
Yep.
Now it is dominant.
It's a dominant armor.
Dominant armor.
That's interesting. Yeah, so you just can't take any shield stuff.
Right.
Do they have some of their good shield enchantments?
They got
Not the Fortress of Faith, that's for sure. I don't think they have a shield enchantment, do they?
No,
because there really is only one shield enchantment. Or no. Well, there's the Dust Stone, but that's the same effect. The Dust Shield and the Robot.
The Dust Shield, though, doesn't give you a +1 boost, and the Dust Shield says you can't take secondary saves. This allows you to.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're not going to take the Dust Shield.
No,
the only other thing is Oakwood has a Pavis, but
you can't.
that's models of foot. So.
Yeah. And there's obviously the Alchemist one that gives you +1 armor, but reduces your offensive skill by.
No, that's armor chain.
That was a shield.
No, that's armor.
That's armor chain.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't even know why it's dominant. I guess.
Good time.
Yeah. Just tell you this is a good item.
And then that's it for Caleb.
Wait, you missed the Siege War Machine Mover Fire. It's crossed off. This is now built in the profile.
I have 2 things.
Ogre Khans.
Ogre Khans.
Can we talk about why did they have a Swift Stride banner?
No, it's not for this podcast.
Okay.
We can whine in person.
Okay. But really,
Let's just make another podcast right after this and whine.
why did they have a Swift Stride banner?
So we have the main podcast and the whining subcast. The banner of Gingens can only be taken on non-core units.
Is that the one that makes them immune to fear? Or no, they already are immune to fear, right?
Right. I don't remember.
Or is that the one that gives them fear and they?
All model parts in the Bears unit must reroll natural to hit, to wound, armor save rolls of a 1.
Oh, that's
In the first round.
That's
like
like
old
that's for the
phrase.
best.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to see this on
On your unit of bruisers,
on
on your Death
bruisers.
Star bruisers.
But now you're just going to see it on the BSB and the bruisers.
Yeah.
Wildheart now provides a scrappling lookout when joined the Yetis. Joe Getsy saw the future.
Joe Getsy.
That's cool.
Of the Yeti list.
That's cool.
And that's really all of Ogre Kingdom's changes, except for the points costs.
So why did they only have so few changes? Because they're in such a good place?
Probably that.
Yeah. I mean, they got a Swiss Stripe banner, so that's pretty dope.
They don't need anything else. Yeah. That's all you need.
Orcs and goblins.
OMG. Woo. I've only got 3 bullet points here.
Well, do tell.
The Omen of the Apocalypse. Old Axe of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Provides natural attacks.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Next, the Macanox Totem. The thing that prevents you from using your special equipment.
Cannot be taken on core, right?
Cannot be taken on core. And then finally, because they get rid of Pathmaster, the Spider Mother Shrine now gives you 1 more spell.
That's not bad, actually.
I think that's pretty cool.
Did they go up in points?
Nope.
No.
And Trolls got cheaper.
Great.
And the Orc Borchera got 10 points cheaper.
Why?
Because it was too expensive, 170.
Okay, 170 I can see that.
But the biggest thing is they nerfed Goblin Wolf Chariots because you can only take 2 guys on there instead of 3. That's a humongo nerf.
If you say so.
And that's all I'm gonna say about Orcs and Goblins.
Okay.
3 attacks.
Alright.
The lizard folk.
Lizard peoples.
Lizard folk.
Scaly boys.
Scaly boys.
Who'd win? 1 Scaly Boy, 1 Hotfix.
Hotfix.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. There's not a whole lot of changes here. The Totem of Mixoidle can't be taken on core. I believe that was the Grasp of the Immortal fails on rolls of 1 and 2 with a single dice. That's Slan.
Yep.
Sorry, Quadlord.
Yep.
I will take a drink. The Carnosaur, baby Carnosaur, now has multi-move 2 against large.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great.
What does the Alpha one have? D3?
I believe so.
Okay, so that one at least gets 2. That's not bad. Yeah, that's good.
The Salamander Stout Flames range was reduced to 8 inches from 12. So it can still march and shoot.
Whoop-de-doo.
But that's
It's something.
4-inch difference is going to be rough, though.
I mean, he can march and shoot with movement 6, but
Yeah, I mean that's like 20-inch range now instead of 24.
it hurts for sure.
Yeah,
but the flamethrowers.
I think the problem is there's just a lot of spells that are 24 inches.
And in addition, right now, flamethrowers are just so good. Like,
well, they are. I mean, the 2 up to hit is insane.
it is insane.
Yeah. Because what is the I don't even know what the Salamander's hit thing is right now.
Strength 4.
Strength 4. What is it?
AP 1
AP
flaming
1,
attacks.
D3 per hits per rank or something like that.
D6, right?
Is it D6 and D3 after? I'm not 100% on
Or
it.
D6 for the front rank and D3 for every other rank. Yeah.
That's really good though.
Yeah.
Even if it's only D3 per rank, it's still really
Even
good.
D3 per rank is still like
It's really great.
yeah.
Um,
And hitting on 2 is just awesome.
it's way too good, I feel. Especially because it's not a hit roll. Is the problem.
It's basically like, are you gonna roll a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no modifiers on it.
Exactly. There's no modifiers because it's not a hit roll.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So no cover, no hard
No
target,
movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Yeah, it's
no dark rain. Nothing.
It's D6 hits plus D3 for each rank after the first up to a maximum of plus 4 D3.
Not so.
If it's then a flank, it's the same exact thing, and you just count by files.
Pretty good. Yeah. Flamethrowers are the hotness right
Why
now.
are
Literally.
because you can only take two different jungle swarms, right? Or 2 different whatever those things are.
Weapon beasts?
Weapon beasts, yeah. And why are people running for those?
They were.
And that's why you can't. That's
Yeah.
why.
It's like you're going to see 2 flamethrowers in ID every single.
Yeah, those flamethrowers in ID are smoking hot.
Blend column powers for.
There's a lot of blazing that's happening in these
A
books.
lot of blazing going on here.
Yeah.
So much blazing, they had to take away fireproof. Alright. Then the Spark of Creation, the hereditary spell. It's non-boosted version, so the Strength 5 one is reduced to 30-inch range from 36.
Which is
Fine.
like
Minor.
all of the
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say it got hit by the nerf.
English think
Barely.
this is still the nuts. They're like, oh,
It's a great spell.
It's a really great.
they
Yeah.
think it was far enough. They're like, tisk tisk.
You can't nerf this anymore. All right, so that's SA.
That's it? Yeah, well, that's not much of them.
All right. Now we're talking about Sylvan Elves, which I feel definitely got the most out of this update.
The biggest 2.0 hotfix.
This is what should have been in 2.0.
Yeah.
Because obviously 2.0 was supposed to be like the big overhaul, showing you like all the big changes in your army. Whereas this was supposed to be the hotfix.
Mm-hmm.
They drastically changed the way SC build their lists.
Maybe the SC group was just kind of like taking too much time when the 2.0 came out. No?
I don't.
They just couldn't.
I don't think.
No. Couldn't get their way. And now they've got their way.
Now,
they know the way now.
Someone has opened the floodgates to let the Sylvan Elves finally build their armies again. So, their changes include the fact that the Mistwalker, now their hereditary spell, which previously gave you a 5-up Aegis against shooting attacks.
So
a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't do anything for Forest Spirits, because they already have a 5-up Aegis.
Yeah.
It barely helped.
Are you really saying Aegis?
I love saying Aegis. You want me to say Aegis?
Yeah.
Aegis Targaryen.
Aegis.
Aegis.
But now it is +2 to your Aegis save against shooting attacks. So it'll give things like to a maximum of 4. So it'll work on your Huntsmen, it'll work on your Blade Dancers, it'll even work on your Forest Spirits.
That's pretty sweet, actually.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Does that work on your Tree Fathers?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Before.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's great.
That's really cool.
I love it.
That's actually really good on your Huntsman, too.
Yeah, it is.
It's good on everything, actually.
It's good on everything. But I feel like it's a weird thing for Sylvan Elves. One of the ones that they were looking at instead was a magical move spell, and I feel like that would have been really useful for their positioning. Mm-hmm. But it would kind of work into the avoidance shtick that they're trying to avoid with Sylvan Elves.
The spell still has that, what you're talking about.
The movement?
Yeah, it still has a 6-inch magical move.
Right.
It's just not as much as...
It could have been more, and that's what they wanted to focus on, I think.
Yeah.
But they kind of split the difference and gave them a ward save and a smaller magical
I
move.
don't know why you would complain. That's a great spell.
But no, it's great. Now it is great. Spirit of the Whirlwind, their weird paired weapon enchantment that was just straight up bad in the last update.
Because that was a gray weapon before, right?
No, it used to be... Maybe it was a gray weapon.
Yeah, wasn't it a gray weapon before?
I think it was a gray weapon, now that you mention it, yeah. It was a great weapon that gave you extra attacks. And
it was OP. It was so good.
It was an all-around great weapon for a...
It was a great weapon that was a great weapon.
It was an all-around, well-designed weapon for a foot character, especially a shapeshifter. Back in the day, like in 1.0, the shapeshifter character with the...
Dude, even in 1.2,
those were the
days. I guess. 1.2. It was really tough.
Yes.
I remember playing against one with that. Strength of numbers.
Hernandez was running too.
And it was like, they were just so hard. Just so hard hitting.
He's a really cool character.
Yeah.
But now they changed it to a paired weapon enchantment that gives you +1 strength and +1 attack. And it previously had a battle focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have 6 attacks with your, let's say you put in the Prince. You'd have 6 attacks with like your elf dude
so that's like 1 extra hit a turn.
And your strength 5 AP
2.
Yeah, because it doesn't stack. Your strength 5 AP 2, which is cool. And you have battle focus, so you get a lot of attacks, but you really wouldn't do much with strength.
It's like
AP
1
2.
Again. It's like 1 extra hit, maybe 2 or 3.
Wouldn't it be AP 3 because you're strength 4?
Yeah.
And that's AP 1, right? And then you get plus.
It's a +1 strength, +1 AP.
No, it's just strength.
Oh, so it's just +1 strength.
Yeah, you're right. Well, strength comes with.
No. They're always.
No, it says it.
Yeah,
now.
look at the Titanic Might. It's +3 strength.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright. So you'd be strength 5 with AP 2, and you just really wouldn't get a whole lot accomplished, even with the battle focus.
So what's the change then?
They replace the battle focus with lethal strike. Problem solved.
I don't know.
I think now you're.
Yeah, I think that's better.
A lot more.
I think
like this thing's gonna shred Knights.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. Blade Dancers. Their minimum size was reduced to 7 models. I'm not really sure why.
What were they at? 10?
Maybe 8, I want to say? I don't really know
7's
why.
such a weird starting size, but maybe that's just how people were running them?
And they removed the no parry dance.
Okay. That is a decent roll. But that's okay.
It's okay now that you can increase their ward save.
Yes, because that's dope. They can have like a 4-up ward save now.
4-up wards.
Yeah. Well, didn't they have a ward save dance?
Well, they have the 3-up ward save dance that removes their strength. But now they can have the extra attack dance, keep their strength and AP, and then have a 4-up ward save to get that spell.
That's pretty good.
That's dope. The Tree Father, Ancient, can now only take dominant artifacts.
So he can only take down artifacts?
Yes.
So he can only take one artifact, basically. Can he take any other... That's all he can take, then?
Yes.
Because he can't take mana enchantments, he can't take any enchantment, because they all go on a thing.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say about that.
Well,
is there any good like artifacts in the Sylvan Elf book for them?
Well, here's the thing. They removed the Oaken Crown, which used to be the one you would take on the Tree Father Ancient.
Yeah.
They took out the Oaken Crown, and now a Thicket Shepherd BSB can, or a Thicket Shepherd can become a BSB like any other hero.
Is that what the Oaken Crown did, or something?
Yes, it made your Forest Spirits allowed to be your general, and then in addition, it lets you take a Thicket Shepherd BSB. They just took out this, let you have your general normally, and let you have a Thicket Shepherd BSB, and got rid of that dominant item, which was all you were taking on your Tree Father Ancient. So it really just lets you be a little bit more flexible with your Tree Father Ancient.
Yeah. All right, cool.
And speaking of being flexible, what they did with the Sylvan Elf army was they just took out the Fleet of Foot and Forest Giants categories, instead enforcing restrictions on the number and size of units just based on saying, hey, you can only take one Tree Father Ancient. Now you can't spam. Great. Well, like anyone
you only take one Tree Father, though?
Tree Father Ancient.
Ancient, okay.
Yeah, you can still take an Avatar of Nature if you wanted to next to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can still take a normal tree
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did so much with this list, because the problem with Sylvan Elves in the past was that they could not build a list that was supremely focused on one thing. It was really hard to take like an all-mounted, cav-focused, like really quick, in-your-face Sylvan Elf list, because you'd run out of points in Fleet of Foot. You couldn't take like an avoidance-focused list.
Everything was in Fleet of Foot.
Everything was in Fleet of Foot. Forest Giants didn't have so much of a problem, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel
like you'd still run like a decent Forest Spirit list.
Absolutely. But they took out the 3 Forest Giant build, I believe. I think there's a cap on Tree Fathers when you take an Ancient now.
Like 0 to 2 or something like that?
0-1.
0-1 if you have a Tree Ancient, yeah. Okay. That's not that crazy.
Right. So it reduces the amount of big trees you can take, but given how much was added to the rest of the army, I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah, I think just removing the Fleet of Foot just frees up the whole book, basically.
I agree.
So good on Sylvan Elves.
Yeah, so that's Sylvan Elves.
It matters.
And that's Undying Dynasties. Not a whole lot of changes, mostly points related in 2.02. The Colossus' Fate's Judgment got replaced with Touch the Heart.
That's really good, actually.
I think it's fine.
Well, because, I mean, like, getting that extra, like, having another thing that can heal health points in UD is pretty sweet. Since you can already do that with, some other spells, so.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, having, like, rest spells and then having an extra rest spell, like, one they can especially target, like, monsters is pretty dope.
It's decent.
Swarms. So, Swarms got really heavily nerfed here, because they kind of needed to be. I don't know if you guys were aware, especially because we don't really have UD players around. The way people were playing Swarms was they would take units of 6 of them, and they would run a no-mark with the Crown of the Pharaoh, so they could stretch the Undying Will out and give it to the Swarms. So now you've got a unit with 36 attacks.
Wait, how does it get 36? Oh, that's just so many. That's so many they just have. Okay.
And their special rule is that they get to make their full number of attacks even in supporting.
Yep.
So you'd have a unit of 3 wide skirmishers, 40 mil bases, dealing 36 attacks
with like
weapon skill or offensive and defensive skill 4 with poison and lethal strike.
Yep.
That's pretty stupid.
It was really cool.
I mean, and they probably weren't even that expensive either.
Oh, not at all.
140 points.
And the thing is, these guys are skirmishers with hard target.
Oh.
So you can't even shoot them.
And they probably have a high res thing, don't they?
No.
What was it?
3.
It's still a base.
Yeah. It was a really silly build. And they brought down the hammer by making them beasts now, so they cannot receive Undying Will.
And they got rid of hard target, too.
And they got rid of their instance of hard target. And they got rid of an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So
did they make him cheaper?
Build is gone.
Did they make him cheaper?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're basically just like, screw swarms.
How dare you find a fun build?
How dare you find something awesome? I cannot even. I would be so surprised too. Like just like,
what's the swarm unit doing here? I'll charge that. Nope. 36 attacks with poison and lethal strike.
Bro, they stroll in up on your Imperial Guard because initiative 3, so they charge you at edge 4.
I got the Mantle of Ulor, baby. So they lose their agility bonus.
So the strike you summon with 36 attacks.
Yeah.
You just go through your armor like butter.
But I get my prelate and I get my marshal first, and they maybe kill one base. How many wounds they got a base? 5?
5.
So yeah, they maybe kill one base.
So that is the most of the changes. The last one I want to talk about, I feel
really that's like the big changes, just the swarms.
They have a lot of points cost.
Oh, but you were talking about the bows earlier,
right? So Shop T got a really weird nerf, I feel. So the way they justified it is by saying that Undying Dynasties don't have a monstrous infantry strength. So Shop T shouldn't necessarily be the focus of the army. And Shop T are, and have been for a long time, an anchor unit in a lot of people's lists.
Yeah, because you have like the architects.
It's just very reliable.
Yeah.
Architect, like, it's not a unit that's going to let you down.
You can still put Undying Will on them, right?
No.
No, but now you can, right? Or you couldn't before? No. I thought you could, because then you could do it with like the bows. No. Okay.
Because they are statues.
Hmm.
But, yeah, so I don't think they needed a nerf, but they reduced the maximum size of both the base Shop T, which they increased the points cost on the weapons for, so now halberds are 18 points a model. They decreased the maximum size of the unit to 8 models.
Do they not have...
That's not that bad.
Well, you were seeing units at 9 a lot of the time.
I mean, it's only one less model.
It's one less model, but I feel like it was just on this. Like,
I don't think that's that bad of a nerf.
It's not huge. And in addition, the Shop T Bowman also got reduced to 8 model max, which I don't know who's taking a lot of them anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. Who's even taking that?
It doesn't affect them that much.
I don't think. I thought you were going to hit you with something way harder than that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, sure, one model less is rough when you're building like a big unit Shop T that can get like regen and all that. But the thing is, yeah, they can get regen, they can get brought back to life. So even 8 Shop T are still big.
Well, they only get 1 wound.
Well, it's still 1 wound can be 1 model though. Yeah. And then it's still niche 3 though.
With the points.
But then you touch a heart them too, baby.
Well, they went down to 8 models, and then in addition, they increased the cost of the weapons. So
yeah. So no, that's the weapon probably bumps were probably unnecessary. Because yeah, they're already like Hellware was like probably 15 or something like that. Well, that's a big bump from 12 to 18.
I feel like it was a little unnecessary, but so that's UD really. A lot of points cost changes. Oh, well, maybe I should say.
Sure.
So, Tomb Reapers. You really weren't seeing them very much, even though like they're a very cool unit.
I thought the Tomb Reapers were really good in UD.
They are good on paper, but you just don't generally have room for them, unfortunately.
Because the monsters are so really good.
And the fact that they're just so expensive on their own.
Yeah.
Because they come from the same category as your Sphinxes.
Yes, and the Sphinxes are great.
From your Sphinxes, from your Cataphracts, and from your Stalkers. So
it's tough.
It's tough to fit them all. So you weren't seeing a whole lot of them anyway, because people would prefer to run Sphinxes and stuff like that. And they made them a lot more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And the justification for this came down from saying that the VC ones were way too good. So they increased the cost there, and they increased the cost of ours. Well, I say ours. They increased the cost of the UD ones, but they didn't increase the cost by the UD or by the VC ones as much. They're 15 points cheaper still.
Yeah, well, the weird thing too about the VC is I feel like the VC ones are way stronger,
And you see them so much more often.
because I mean, when you just look at the VC book, they're like a outstanding choice. I feel like if you're not running like Vampire Knights with like like your characters and Vampire Knights,
There's not a whole lot of units in VC that stand out as a combat unit.
as much as them
that can operate like by themselves.
Right,
Yeah.
because those things are just really good. They're like
Yeah.
T5, they're strength 5. You can put like parry weapons on them. You can put like halberds on them or whatever. Or I don't know if you can do them the VC.
Yep.
But like they're just tough and good. But like because if you think about it, like look at the other things, it's like Geists or the whatever. Is that that's like the bigger ghouls, right? Geists. Ghasts need like a vampire character in them. I feel like to really function. You need like the Strigoi character in there to really function.
You say that about a lot of the units in VC is they need a character to function.
Exactly. But except the
Reapers don't.
Except the Reapers, because they're just great on their own.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the VC ones remain cheaper.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
UD ones got increased more, and now you're just going to see even less.
Yeah. That's a shame.
It's a shame. So that's UD.
And Vampire Counts.
Can you guess what's next?
Man.
Starts with
So it's got to be a V.
a V.
I'm having a real tough time with my alphabet tonight.
It rhymes with Dampire Blast.
Fun.
Vermin Swarms.
That's right.
Correct.
All right, so the Lightning Rod. Vampire Covenant. The zombies have a maximum unit size of 80 models.
I can't believe that. That is outrageous.
Oh my gosh.
How can they
Nerf the best list around.
nerf my 150 model zombie unit?
Can you imagine? It's just plopping down.
It's
Just
not a movement trait, they're displayable.
It's just floppies. It's taking up a third of the board.
And they don't even have individual models, it's just one big
Unit
base.
killer.
Yes.
Mike Lies running a super zombie
He
list.
snaps the legs off whenever you kill him.
Oh gosh.
So zombies got a colossal nerf. Go ahead, continue on.
Colossal. They removed the armor save reroll from the Eternal Duelist without changing the points on it.
That's a little rough.
I feel like that's pretty rough.
It's justified.
I mean, Eternal Duelist is really good, and that armor save rule was really good, but I feel like most of the cost is probably coming from that armor save rule.
Especially because it was, I think it's like 75 points. Like,
You're hitting
it's
most
big.
You're
big
hitting
jump.
most things on threes with vampires. So getting the rerolls to hit and then the rerolls for to wound for it. I don't know.
I'm just saying but then a lot of those dudes have 1-up armor saves too.
Yep. Because they have plate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rerolls and ones, but I mean, it's like I said. So most of the time you're gonna be rerolling, either hitting or rerolling most of your ones. So I don't know.
It's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they'll live. I'm sure it'll still be taken.
Right. Then we've got True Thirst. You saw this upgrade a lot because obviously it has a really great synergy with Vampire Knights, with a lot of different units of being able to make up for the fact that you're probably losing models before they get to strike, and now they get to come right back with True Thirst. Now they reduced it to 60 points. However, you can only raise HP up to the fixed value of the animated value of the unit you are going back. So, as an example, zombies have a grow value of 2d6 plus 4. You can only get 4 zombies back with the thirst.
Just nothing.
Which is like nothing. You can only get 1 vampire knight back.
Which is
really
big.
Which is really rough.
I mean, that was crazy when it was like, 2 or 3 come back. Yeah. I don't think you're going to see
You're not going to see this out. This weapon got hit too hard.
I mean, the price got decreased, but
even 50 points is not this.
You could cost the weapon 20 points. It just wouldn't do anything.
I think if they kept the cost at 60 but made it the fixed value plus 1, maybe.
But the problem with that's only 1 vampire knight.
Well, it's 2 vampire knights.
No, don't they have 2 ones apiece?
You talking about the Blood Knights or the Vampire Knights?
Knights have 2 wounds apiece.
Yeah, they do have 2. They do have 2 wounds apiece.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe if one had
only
1 wound, you could bring back. No, it'd still be 2. It'd just be 1. No, they have 2 wounds.
Yeah, they have 2, and Black Knights have.
Black Knights or
Barrow Knights have.
Barrow Knights have 1. Yeah.
Drink for me.
All right. So yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about DC. They got a lot of points changes, but not a whole lot of rules interaction changes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys talked a lot about the what do you call it? The UD book just like 2 minutes ago.
Reapers.
The Reapers, thank you, Wing Reapers, and that's like the biggest change probably in VC.
Is there the point cost for those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Because none of the other. Wait, what happened to the Wing Reapers or the Reapers? No, that is what we're talking about.
Yeah, correct.
We were just talking about those. I'm gonna edit that out, or maybe not. I can sound like a fool sometimes. So that was Vampire Counts.
That was Blampire Downs.
Blampire Downs. Blampire Covenant.
We have the
VHCs.
Nosferatu Bloodline thing too. This is actually it has the when rolling and casting rolls with a single magic dice, natural 1 or 2 always fails. They have that thing too, but that's
Nobody was already taking Nosferatu. Even though it's the best name of all the vampire.
Well, you saw it
like Van Karnstein.
You saw it in England a little bit when people would take that guy in 2nd rank or something.
I guess I don't know. It seems like the least take. It seems like the is it what is it? Is it Van Karnstein?
Van Karnstein.
Van Karnstein's a popular one. The Lamnia is pretty popular. And then the Bloodkeep one is super popular too. I feel it seems like the Van Karnstein. Because Van Karnstein with has the Stormcall or whatever. That's like everything gets hard target within 12 inches. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Did you take a Dark Coach for 430?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's got like a
420.
I'd rather have a 420.
When are we going to come out with the Evershade Gaming official army list revisions where every unit and upgrade is 420 points?
Does that even work up to 450 points? Well, for 4,500 points?
No, because you take 10 things. Now you're at 4,200.
And then you can't take.
No, see, that's the cap on your army list. Your army list is 4,200.
4,200 point list. Oh. Gosh. Yes, and then you take it to a tournament called BLAZEITCON.
Blaze at the tower.
Blaze at the tower. Blaze it in numbers.
Blaze in numbers.
Strength and blaze.
Strength and blaze. Let's just talk about Vermin Swarms. We're just gonna keep going on.
Yeah, just keep let it roll. Let it roll, baby.
Oh wait, you're still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Better cut this. So Vermin Swarm. The Lightning Rod is restricted to BSBs and Vermin Guard only. Thank God.
What was the Lightning Rod again?
Too strong.
It makes it so that you can't use any flying movement, and it's minus
too strong.
1 to hit.
Take it off.
Entire army.
For like the shooting phase?
Yep.
Is that what? Does that stay active?
No.
So it's 1 turn?
It's 1 turn. But you get to choose when it is.
Yeah, so you can just choose the turn you want to, That's really strong. So you can only take it on BSBs and Vermin Guard. Is it a banner?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that I do remember that banner.
Because you would see people just taking on their ratted arm. It's like, sure.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they could do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All special weapons are now 0 to 3, so no more taking a gun, a naphtha thrower, and a globe launcher, and then put another one on your Vermin Hulks. Now it's 0 to 3 for your army, regardless of where they are. Mm-hmm. And in addition, the naphtha thrower suffers minus 1 AP now. That's good. It's a little less effective. And the globe launcher can measure the line of sight using any nearby ratted arms or Vermin Guard unit. So I think you're going to be seeing the globe launcher a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So.
And it's toxic.
What's the range of it?
18.
Yeah, that's not bad. You have to be kind of close, but...
Yeah. But you have to be close anyway to be able to use the ward save.
The ward save?
When they're within 3 inches of the front end.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, the thing has to be close and the troops are already all close. Yeah. But yes, I'll see use the ward save, Just so stupid.
Gutter Blades have been removed from the Tunnel Gunner category. Great. Vermin Guard. I don't know if this is real or not. It was on the changelog. But it said Vermin Guard lost a point of AP.
Maybe it was a mistake.
Maybe it was a mistake or something, because it said
I'll check.
They don't have any AP, but did they have Strength 3 AP 1? Because that would be nuts.
Well, because they can take like halberds and
They
stuff.
can take halberds.
That's great. Yeah, it's Strength 4 AP 2, and then they can still. Can they?
On a core unit.
I'm pretty sure they had.
Yeah, that might have just been a goof, maybe.
They had they had AP 1 based.
Oh. Well, yeah,
they
they
just came
go.
with it.
That's real
and
good.
And then they had a halberd, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Because how fast are they? Agility 5?
Agility 5.
They're Agility 5 base.
A lot of Vermin Swarms is like.
They're just elves.
They're like. Yeah, Vermin Swarms is basically elf
They're just elves. They're just hairy.
Well, honestly, they kind of are just better elves when you get them up to like big numbers like that.
Yeah, with better shooting.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, on bar shooting, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's not big for them.
The last thing I've got here is that the tail weapon can be used with weapon enchantments now, but it is restricted to paired weapons specifically.
What's the tail weapon?
Extra attack.
Oh, is that like a...
It's a mundane upgrade that gives you +1 attack.
Okay.
But now you can only take it with paired weapons, but now it used to be that you couldn't take weapon enchantments with it, because obviously you don't want plus inscriptions with an extra attack.
No.
But now you can, with non-paired weapons.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that's pretty good. It'd be like strength 4, but
yeah,
that's fine.
Sure.
So yeah, that's everything I got from DS.
Holy Brotherhood aren't fearless anymore.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are?
Because
Is
it's
it
in
in their
their
rules?
it's in their
It's in their
frenzy. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Makes sense. Kind of redundant to say it twice.
Alright. Warriors of the Dark Gods.
Oh,
I've only got a couple things here.
I didn't really...
They were so nerfed.
Really?
No.
I would say I didn't really remember seeing anything.
We
Not
got a
at
few
all.
points changes. But then in addition, the Battle Shrine had Marked for Doom. I believe that was from Occultism. Replaced with Rot Within, also from Occultism.
Okay.
The Forsworn had their points adjusted, and their max size increased to 10. And Chosen had their max size increased to 12 models.
Is that the Chosen on foot?
Mhm.
Okay. You can only take 12 Chosen a unit?
You used to only be able to take 10.
Oh, are they really that good?
Yeah,
Two
they're pretty
beasts,
spicy.
They're nuts.
Oh, they get 2 wins beast? No,
Yeah, they fight.
Oh, that's right, because didn't they got rid of the once chosen monstrous infantry models, right? And I think they might have rolled up the infantry chosen and that into one kind of thing now.
I remember running numbers. With,
I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
I remember running numbers with them, depending on their kit and like what like weapons and stuff they have. They could outfight or like keep even with like even if Flame Warriors with the Spirit character.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they should. They're chosen. They're supposed to be the best foot troops in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I had for Warriors of Dark Gods.
Yeah. So to conclude our podcast, we're just gonna talk about our favorite and least favorite changes. And I'll go first. I think my favorite change is the Steam Tank. I'm really excited to see that it has a different movement option. I kept thinking the whole time, like, man, the Steam Tank is great now, except it's slow as molasses in winter. But the 5d3 is great, and it makes totally sense if you want to try and charge something. My least favorite change might be, it's kind of like, I think the skirmish change is a little bit saddening. I thought the 360 line of sight was neat. It was a little bit too strong, maybe. I mean, because like, he really could just be able to shoot anywhere is strong. But I thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's minor.
My favorite change was probably nerfing the Warbanner Rima in Highborn Elves. I felt like, even though I appreciate that the desire is there to give Highborn Elves a playstyle other than wait for you to come to them and then countercharge with a lot of shooting, things like that. But I felt like the Warbanner Rima was an overcorrection. It was too much at one time.
I mean, Drew, you just crushed us with it too many times.
I mean,
it wasn't just you. Like the Highborn Elf players at Siege,
Yeah.
like, they were just rolling over people. With
Yeah,
Warbanner
that's
Rima.
true. Yeah.
I mean, granted, I didn't lose in like playtesting, but
I didn't lose.
But that's not the point. But that's not the point. I mean, like it's just dice. Like the dice can go one way or the other. I mean, the past two games I
So
played
you're
have
saying
gotten
you should
crushed.
have a 50-50?
No, I'm just. I understand what you're saying. The banner, you may have felt the banner has been too strong, being like a 3 option or something. But
I'm not saying you needed all those other nerfs on top of it. But I feel like
No.
if there was one thing that needed to change, it was either and the hereditary spell and or the Warband Design.
The Swift Stride, the strength of the Swift Stride is kind of what you need to make the infantry more viable, because the Highborn Elves don't have really another way to get higher movement. I mean, not really. I mean, Sylvan Elves don't really have a way either. Outside movement banners, movement 6 isn't enough to really do anything.
The only other elf that like has something
Dark
is
Elves have the
Dread Elves have the altar. They can do like a reroll charge
and Swift Stride with cults and stuff. But that's beside the point. But yeah, I can see you saying it was too much. I mean, I kind of agree to in a sense that it kind of was too much. But
I would have been fine with it being strength and AP and Swift Stride if it was 0-1. But
then that just still encourages a big unit of elves, which is the same problem. But that's not the same problem with the Navigator banner. There's 0-1 because it's a great banner.
Yeah.
And now you're just gonna see big unit of elves.
Yep.
So what's your
my least favorite? It's probably Forge Warden guns. Like
yeah, that's true.
I feel like those units are just gonna disappear, and they were already pretty rare. Because I love the Forge Warden's guns.
And
they're strong, they have good AP, that flaming quick to fire.
It's a cool unit.
It's a cool unit idea, especially for dwarves, the slow plotting juggernauts with a big freaking gun.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really cool unit concept. And now they just
I thought it was a good unit because they actually could move and do shoot.
Exactly.
Which is something dwarves don't always do is move.
And they get the excellent stand and shoot because they're dwarves. Like, it's great. But now they're just weird bows.
Now they're just crappy bows.
Now they're just crappy bows.
But hey, that's what everyone else does. That's what Empire deals with.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
Kings of Equitaine also has strength 3 bows, right?
Yeah.
My favorite change I've seen amongst all the books I like so far is the assassins being allowed to go in any cult. I'm not a regular Dread Elf player, but when I do dabble a little bit, I did find it kind of restrictive when you're trying to put assassin in different units, and I think that it opens up some different play styles for Dread Elf players that really want an answer to enemy high concentrated point platforms. You know, your Bloodthirsters, your Highborn Elves, your Sliver Spear, your Empire Sonnstahl with Guy. I'm just trying to anything that's kind of a high concentrated point character is hard to kill that elves have a tough time to deal with or can struggle with dealing with is have either high toughness or armor or combination of ward save. Assassins would have to be kind of shoehorned into units that may or may not fit the list that you're trying to play. Like trying to push them into I don't know, I'm trying to think like a knob unit or something like that. So being able to kind of mix and match assassins in the unit opens up play styles. That's my favorite problem I've seen so far. Least favorite? I probably would say the Wing Reaper change. I mean, I'm not going to talk about Highborn Elves because that's a totally different animal in itself. But the Wing Reaper change, the UD and vampire count's difference. I don't really. They should kind of be the same points to me. And then additionally,
they're not the same unit. Is the thing. I don't think they should cost the same. But
one's easier to raise than the other one. But
one's easier to raise, and in addition, the fact that they kind of have different roles in that. Wing Reapers don't come from the same kind of category as UD do, where UD, their category is highly competitive, where any big points adjustments like that are going to cause huge shifts in what you do and don't do.
Yeah.
I was just unhappy that they decided. I mean, anytime I face those things, they're a good unit, but I've never really really struggled to kill. If you really want to dedicate points to trying to kill them, you can get those points depending on how they play with them.
Because there aren't a whole lot of wounds there.
Yeah, and they're T5, so I mean, sure, if your army doesn't have shooting or magic or something,
or they shouldn't because they're high toughness with a lot of wounds.
Yeah.
If you don't have shooting magic or some really close combat unit, or you don't play a particular way to get the points, then yeah, sure. But I mean, anytime I've played against them, the various different armies, they haven't really been OTT. I mean, I wouldn't mind to see them kind of keep their points and kind of be closer to each other.
I don't think they need to see points increases in either round. I thought they were in a good place.
Yeah, I thought they were in a good place.
I would have said they were fine beforehand.
Yep.
So.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
This was Evershade Gaming.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.